good evening, and a very warm welcome to everyone. I am very grateful to introduce our very own alumnus, Mr. Jainam Vora, who pursued his ADMM in entertainment and graduated in the year 2016 with a distinction. He is now associated with ALTBalaji as a senior PR manager who has a tremendous experience of more than 4 years into this industry. He is also a skilled communicator and a confident networker with expertise in developing and executing all aspects of public outreach campaigns. Besides this, Sir has also received awards for his best PR campaigns for Ragini MMS Britons and Aparan. We are very delighted to have you, Sir, today.
Thank you so much. That was a very nice introduction. Basically, what is PR? PR is public relations, as the full form says. Public relations basically means how do you make your audiences aware about what you are doing in different ways between the papers, or there are three different mediums of PR that reach out to the normal audience or the normal public. That is through your print as newspapers, through your online articles which you read. The online articles can be in form of articles, they can be videos as well, they can be audio notes as well. So all those are considered into PR. And electronic channels, the ones that you see on television, that is your Aaj Tak, KBP News, all of those mediums are also used for spreading out news. Also, your papers, magazines, radios, online portals, YouTube channels, all of these are also a part of PR these days. The traditional PR has now gotten converted into digital PR as well, where you can see a lot of news articles on your social media channels. You can see Instagram influencers also posting a lot of things like your Boompla, Bollywood Life, or Viral Bhayani, Manav Manglani. All these people, all of them, they post a lot of PR worthy news as well. So that is also a form of PR. Today, let's talk about one of my shows which I promoted recently, which was known as CARTEL. Have you guys heard about it? It's a web series on ALTBalaji and MX Player, again, which had around 128 actors from the television industry. It had a lot of well-known names like your Supriya Pathak, Ritvik Dhanjani, Tanuj Virvani. You had Jitendra Joshi. You had a lot of other actors. Ameya Bagh was one of the prominent Marathi actors as well, who was there in the show. Apart from that, we had Divya Agarwal. We had Mrinal Dutt, Krishna Kaul. A lot of them you would have seen them on television, but yeah, so let me just present it on my screen and you can see the presentation as well. So Cartel, as I told you, is a show which had 120 actors, and this was the poster. Okay, so the campaign started. So the name of the gang was the Angre Parivar, and we started the campaign by saying that who are the Angres? The Angres are coming to your city. Let's talk about the Angres. So this was the objective. We decided to introduce the first family of business, establish hashtag Angres with hashtag Angres style. So while creating intrigue on the strength and power of hashtag Angres, we created different influencer campaigns which were going across. We used a lot of influencers around the city. We posted hoardings on different areas, in the different areas of Mumbai, which said hashtag the Angres, who are they? And that's how the journey of Cartel began. We started the promotions by going digital. These were the three factors that we considered, which was engage, activate, convert. This was the whole campaign thought that we had for the Cartel. Basically, the first boot that went out in the media or the audiences were who are the Angres. The campaign started. PR on the PR front, we do a lot of activities with the media. This was one of the activities through which we started the Cartel campaign, which was the last day of the shoot on the show. So when the last day of the shoot happened, we did a small cake cutting event with a lot of media guys present on the sets. There were a lot of photographers, there were media news channels as well who had come to the sets, and they covered the whole activity. So basically, they covered the activity. They asked the actors how do they feel, what are their thoughts, and everything, and then they play out on their respective channels. This is one part of PR that we do for a lot of our shows. As I was talking about the hoardings, these were the hoardings which were put up around the city. This is the first family of the business, the Angres, Cartel and ALTBalaji. We had just put up this much everywhere in the city. After putting that, a Twitter campaign was also done by a lot of media journalists and a lot of different influencers, because of which we started trending on Twitter as well, uh, with hashtag who are the Angres. There were different stories and different types of platforms through which a lot of these stories were, different types of. If you see the captions out here, not sure, but I heard the Angres are going to buy the IPL. Thought the business family business was the Ambani's Ye Angres Kaun Hai. These were the different type of captions which were seeded by the influencers. The Angres were everywhere, basically on Twitter as well, and on various platforms. These are some of the screenshots of the campaign. After we built an intrigue on who were the Angres, then we launched the logo of the show, through which everyone knew that Angres were a part of Cartel, and Cartel is a new show coming on Alt Balaji. We saw the logo reveal. Post that, we decided to launch the poster of the show, which said who are the Angres. The poster was the first look about the show that we started to reveal, and we revealed the poster by doing a street graffiti, as you can see here. It was done on various walls around the city with well-known graffiti artists, and was launched by Ritwik Dhanjani and uh, the one more actor who was there from the show. Introducing the world of Cartel, we launched various posters to show different characters. This was the poster of the Angre Parivar, which was a main family, main Cartel family of the show. This was another poster which had all your prominent actors. You had Monica Dogra, you had Divya Agarwal, you have Ameva, Mrinal Dutt, you have the Mirzapur actor also. If you guys watch a lot of web series, you will come to know. Post the ensemble poster with the family, we decided to launch various other posters with individual characters that you had, and which spoke a lot about their characters. You have Tanuj Verwani, you have Ritwik Dhanjani, you have Supriya Pathak as well. All these posters, when we launch on our social media, goes out to the normal media as well, and they also post it on their handles. We write different articles. The articles are written by us, and the articles are then sent out to a lot of newspapers, a lot of online portals that you have, your telechakkar.com, your indiaforums.com. These are the various portals which talk a lot about media and the news all around. You also have your pinkvilla.com, missmalini.com, and various other news portals and channels. There are around 100 to 150 websites which carry these kind of articles that we reveal. Post which we decided to drop in a teaser uh, for the show as well. And the teaser also spoke a lot about what the show is going to be. You had your Supriya Pathak as well in this show. Post which the Angres became the talk of the town. As you see, different news portals, they also give reviews about the show, and there are these reviews which are put up on our social media as well. You have your rediff.com, you have your latestly.com, bolly.com. These kind of people who do reviews for the show, they are put up on our media pages just to build intrigue around the show as well. You have Supriya Patak seems to be in her element and gives out major boss lady vibes in the trailer. You have, going by the glimpse, veteran actress Supriya Patak as fierce Rani Mai is the highlight. So different kind of news are also done. Post which we also started doing the trailer launch for the show. When the trailer is launched, it goes out to various lights and fights for the city as well. It goes to various news portals. Trailer reviews are done by the media, which is again a part of PR. We ask the media to watch the show. They also write positive notes about the show as well, which goes. So some of these trailer reviews which read was Cartel trailer in Mumbai set series a treaty between five criminal gangs comes undone. Supriya Patak Ritvik Dhanjani's gang war saga looks like Ram Gopal Verma's Satya. All Balaji MX players Cartel trailer showcases the game of power and revenge. These are the kind of headlines that we look at. These are some of the other media influencers who post the trailer on their Instagram. That is how people get to know that a new trailer is launched. All this PR activities are done by my team. You see influencers like Biral Bhani, you see Celeb Mode, Get Movie Info, India Forums. A lot of them post the trailers. Post that we do a lot of meme pages. We tie up with a lot of them and do some memes around the dialogues of the show, because the dialogues of the show are really powerful. So that is why memes are made out of those dialogues and amplified in the media. You guys must be thinking ki sometimes the memes are organic. Of course, they are organic once the show is released, but before that, to create a buzz around these shows, meme marketing is also a part of all the campaigns that we do. Memes are one of the biggest lot that you think are very underrated, but somehow it helps in creating a lot of noise around the show. These are some of the Twitter reactions on the trailer as well, which we retweet a lot. There is a separate team which is called the ORM team, which regularly monitors these kind of tweets around the show, and they keep retweeting that. They starting to comment, they reply the fans in the comment sections as well, sometimes from our social media pages. So there are separate agencies for that as well, who keep tracking all of these reviews and collections. These are some more examples of the audience reactions. Post that, we started the PR campaign by doing a lot of interviews with different actors on different platforms. We did interviews with Divya Agarwal because post the interview she was entering Big Boss OTT. So before that we started all her interviews, so that once the show is out, her interviews are also out. We did a lot of media activities with Tanuj Virvani, with Ritvik Dhanjani, with Jitendra Joshi as well, where a lot of interviews were done by different news portals, news channels. You have your journalists who interview them and publish their articles in their newspapers as well. So that is also done by us. These are some of the influencer activities as well. Some of the big influencers like Chai with Ahmed, you have your entertainment Tadka, you have Mihir Joshi, you have Miss Malini. All these people interview these actors on their Instagram lives, so that they can create a noise about the show as well. You also have your RGs as well, you have your influencers, you have your media journalists as well. Some of them, who interview these actors from their social media handles. Some of these are exclusive stories done with news channels like Aaj Tak, KBP News, India TV, and others where the show was integrated. Basically, we did an activity with Tanuj Virvani where he was comfortable showing his superhero collection at home, and the questions that were asked to him were around the show. so it created a lot of impact. We also did his personal PR in this. These were some of the concept videos which were done, with different news channels, because sometimes the audience gets bored listening to only interviews about the actors. They want something interesting, they want some kind of masala, which is why these kind of videos have a lot of things in them, a personal touch in the actor's life, combined with his character in the show. These are some of the fan contests that we keep doing with each of our shows, just so that the audience engagement is kept on points. So there was this contest where we had asked the fans to recreate cartel posters, and the winners would get some exciting merchandise from the show. These are some of the social media engagement activities that keep happening on the platform. These are some of the fan arts which were created by different fans.
Just one question.
Yeah,
This would be parallel to the social with the social media team, right?
correct. Correct. So this is in parallel with social media team. The moment they announce the fan contest on social media, we amplify it with an article in the media to create some noise around it so that it's everywhere. These were some of the dialogues that were amplified on our social media, which were very popular from the show.
So one more question.
Yeah.
So who ideates it that okay, this is the so and so thing is going to be the fan contest? Is it the PR team that ideates it, or is it the social media team?
So we all given our ideas, and the best ideas which are approved, then we start executing on them. So
Okay,
PR team ideates on the PR ideas. Social media team does a lot of social media ideas, and some of them ideas are of course interdependent on each other. For example, some of the marketing ideas are also done by PR. Some of the social media campaigns are also done by PR, and it's similarly vice versa. Sometimes PR events are done Sometimes events are done by the marketing team so that we can create PR around it. We
got
will
it.
come to that as well in the later part of the presentation. Before the launch, we start building all of these trailers, 3 days to go, 2 days to go, 1 day to go, so that a lot of noise is created around it. This is one of the PR activities which was taken over by marketing. So basically, when the show was launched, we did a cartel launch party with a lot of actors and a lot of people who had come specially for this event. We always have media on the red carpet so that they can carry a lot of news around the show as well. A lot of interviews are done, media bites are taken, a lot of different actors are invited to the show. For example, the cast of the show invite their actor friends and all of them, who post a lot of stories, Instagram things to create a noise around the show. So this was one of the PR events which were done on this show. This was another PR event in the show. So basically, the show spoke about how the Angre family is a part, they own RA Colony in Mumbai, and they do not want anything to happen to RA Colony. And in recent news, if you must have followed, you would have seen that the trees in the RA Colony were going to be cut, and a lot of environment lovers were protesting about it. So we decided that why not support this cause, and that is why we planted 100 trees in our colony with a collaboration with Green Mumbai NGO, and the actors themselves went and planting the trees. We also invited some of the kids from the neighborhood to plant trees. Gifts were distributed to them, and all of this was covered by the media. So it is a kind of a CSR activity that we do. CSR activities are basically done to help create awareness, doing something good for the society. And that is why such activities are carried out, so that we can support a cause as well by promoting our show indirectly. And because of which we always tie up with different NGOs, and that is why it has to be covered by media as well. So CSR का full form पता होगा आपको? It means corporate social responsibility. while being in a corporate, what are your social responsibilities towards the society? So basically combining those two and creating a new cause or supporting an existing cause is always carried out in terms of promoting a show. It's not always done with every shows, but the cause should fit in exactly with the theme of the show. These are some of the other social media activity, PR activities which were carried out. Basically, taking these actors in different shows. So there is this one influencer called Siddharth Kanan who does his YouTube show. Then we have a show on Zoom of Renil Ibrahim. We have different celebrity actors like Kishwar Merchant here. You have the other influencer actors who run various shows on their YouTube channel. So basically, we had taken the actors over there as well so that they talk about the show, promote the show in their shows. These were some of the merchandising which was done for the show with respect to Bollywood. Bollywood is another portal, e-commerce website, which creates a lot of Bollywood and entertainment merchandises. So basically, these were the short glasses which were made. हम आंगरे रोते नहीं रुलाते हैं type. We also partnered with Voyage sunglasses, and sunglasses were given out to a lot of influencers with cartel logos and cartel promotions. These were the hoardings which were taken over in the city during the launch of the show. There were a lot of branding done across the airports across the city. As you can see, restaurants, cafes, airports, everywhere, the digital screens had Cartel logo and posters. Vijay Sales stores across India played Cartel's trailers in their stores on their television sets so that when people or customers go to buy or something, they can always have a look at the trailer. These are some of the third party pages which I was talking about. This is called meme marketing, where we tie up with a lot of different kind of channels and Instagram profiles of meme pages. These were some of the reviews. Once the show is launched, people tend to post a lot of reviews. These are the media reviews. Basically, we send them episodes in advance so that they can watch them and also write a review about it. These are some of the audience reviews from Twitter. All these things are captured and then they are made into a different creative, and then they are posted on ALTBalaji social media platform as well. IMDb ratings, IMDb links are also put on social media so that the fans can rate the show. Cartel received 9.4 rating in only the first week of its launch. We also tied up with various influencers who reviewed the show for us. The social media team also creates a lot of noise by promoting a lot of gifs and different kind of activities on different social media platforms. These were the kind of gifs which were put on Instagram. These were some of the engaging creative ideas for social media platform again. We also partnered with various short video format apps, like you have Josh. We also had called in a few Josh influencers from the Josh app who created different kind of content with our actors. And if you see the ratings here, almost 6.5 thousand videos were created by different influencers on Josh app. There were different kind of challenges which were promoted on Instagram as well by the actors. See, can you see different kind of influencers making a lot of content around this? So as we spoke about the RE colony, we also had tied up with this plant e-commerce website. It's called Ugao, and with them we had sent various plants to influencers. This was a collaboration with Growfitter. These are the kind of campaigns that we run around them. So indirectly, while promoting or while tying up for a campaign with such websites, we make sure that they promote us on their website in return. This was with Flyrobe. The different outfits and posters are kept in their stores while the outfits are worn by the actors and they are tagged. So basically, it's a barter association which we do with such brands. Ferns and Petals also we had tied up with. This was the creative which they were promoting on their page. This was Boyage Eyewear. This was Dunzo. With Dunzo also we had done an interesting concept video which they had promoted on their social media platform. And you can see on the Dunzo app as well, Cartel is promoted. This was another collaboration with Ixigo. This is with Bollywood, the short glasses that we spoke about. This is Ustreak. So different kind of collaboration. This is with Reliance Digital, where Reliance Digital played Cartel trailers across their stores. So basically, once the on-ground promotions are done, we make sure that we take these actors into various TV shows as well. Kundli Bhagya and Kumkum Bhagya are the serials run by Balaji Telephones only. So we make sure that ALTBalaji and Balaji always promote each other through their shows. When we took these actors in the show, we also promoted them in Kundli Bhagya and Kumkum Bhagya. We tweaked the story in the show, and we made sure that Cartel was promoted. On Alexa also we have Cartel playing. You can just say Alexa open Cartel quiz and she will start playing. These are the various stories that are done even after the show is launched. For example, Tanuj Virvani got multiple hairline fractures while he was shooting for Cartel. So these kind of articles are amplified in the media. Ritvik Dhanjani, Tanuj Virvani come up with a new show. Divya Agarwal changed like 5-6 times for one character. These are the different kind of news that we create around so that people can watch this show. These are the show reviews which come out once the show is launched. This is the coverage that comes in a lot of newspapers. I'm sure you guys must not be reading newspapers, but it's if you read them, sometimes you will get to know what exactly do we do. In the entertainment space, you will see such kind of articles which are always there. जैसे तनिष्ठा चैटर्जी को कार्टेल में लिया गया है. This is the midday article which has come out. These are some of the other papers, and all of these come throughout like pan India. All the cities, all various cities of India, they carry our news. Out of the whole campaign, this was the total reach. We reached out to 40 million Indians all around India through this show and through the campaign, through PR, marketing, social media. There was almost 14 million people who engaged with us. We almost had 61 million impressions on the app. So this was a small case study on Cartel, which we just spoke about, and I would love to take a few questions if you guys have.
So you mentioned that you all also tie up with influencers for them to review the show. So I just wanted to
Correct.
know how much amount of freedom do the influencers get? Like if they don't like something about the show, is it okay if they mention that subtly, or is there like a narrative given to them?
So basically, we give them a brief about the show to give honest reviews about whatever they feel like. But since they are paid, so almost most of the times they do positive reviews only. If they don't like the show, they will obviously say upfront that we do not like the show, and we do not wish to be a part of this campaign, and we totally respect their approach as well. So then we go ahead with influencers who have liked the show.
All right. Thank you.
Sir, this is Harihar.
Yeah,
So while talking about cartel, so it's a pretty much similar, like just like Mirzapur. So season one, after the hit and the success of season one, when season two was planned, and the campaign, as you might have pretty much known, how they actually begin with the introduction, the past, the success. Then they came up with the teaser. Then they slowly introduced the prominent characters which were actually in the rage and everything. So my
correct.
question is ki in these ideologies, or you can say ki their PR strategy and coming to your strategy. So how exactly you guys define or the things you identify कि अरे ये similar हो सकता है क्योंकि इन लोग ने ये भी किया था, so let's not go there, or is there any certain different thing, or you just change or you try something different while your PR strategies?
So basically, when we make plans, of course, we do a little research that the ideas are not same, so that the brands do not get trolled by the netizens of the country. Because sometimes when the campaigns are same, people have this usual habit of trolling people on social media, due to which the brands can get hampered as well. So that is why we keep in mind of what activities were done by other brands in a similar genre of the show, depending on what kind of show it is. And of course, we try to create different ideas. Of course, everyone has to stick to the theme of the show, because at the end of the day, you are promoting the show and the storyline of the show. And of course, when the shows are made, the shows are definitely very different, because the creators always keep in mind what has gone into the other show, and what does your show need to portray exactly to the audience. So that is always kept in mind while making the show, and around it the marketing campaign is decided. So definitely the difference of the concept starts from the basic of the roots as well, but still when we make plans we make sure that we are doing some research.
Got it.
Thank you so much for being there today, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
Thank
sir.
you
Thank
so
you.
much. It
Have a
was a
great
great
Thank you
weekend.
session.
so much.